Well, welcome to the Stay Home, Stay Healthy weekly challenge number 3 for Snohomish County 4-H. I'm Kim Baker, 4-H program coordinator. This week's challenge, we would like you to think about your favorite teacher. What is it about that teacher that makes them special or makes them stand out? I think if I could hear your answers, I would hear 2 things that all favorite teachers have in common. One is, you know that they really care about you. And 2, they make learning fun. So this week's challenge is all about making learning fun. Using a little imagination, you can open up a whole new world of fun as you can create a game of your very own to learn something. So in each challenge, each week, we have some steps, give you an overview of those. Step 1, find a game you already have at home that you like to play. Step 2, pick a subject you want to learn more about. Step 3, get creative and make something. Here we'll talk more about that. Step 4, submit your ideas. And step 5, you will earn a virtual badge. So let's talk a little more about step 1 here, finding a game. This could be any game that you'd like to play, that'll work. It could be a board game, a deck of cards, letter tiles, memory matching cards, or a trivia game, maybe a bingo game. Anything that you have will work. And then pick a subject that you'd like to learn more about. It's maybe something you need to learn for school already, or maybe it's something you want to explore just for fun, like another part of the world, or a new project in 4-H that you'd like to find out about. Whatever it is, find a book or a website or a person that you can use for resources to find more information about the subject that you're interested in. And then step 3, let's get creative. So the sky's the limit here. Think about how you can use the parts of your game to create a new one to help you learn about your subject. You could replace game cards with questions. You could modify the rules of the game. You could use the concept of the game to make something entirely new. We're excited to see what you come up with. For some inspiration or some ideas, let's look at some things here in this next little video clip.
So on the dining room table here, I have an array of games that have been created through the years for studying horses. And you may have a 5-second rule in your game closet. Down here we have Outburst. There's some game pieces from Monopoly. Some cards from some other games here. Bananagrams, memory cards. And then any board game that has spaces on it, you can modify to do things with. So let's just start over here with 5-second rule. So this game, in 5 seconds, you're supposed to just spit out 2 or 3 items, whatever the card prompts you to do. So let's see down here, I've got name 3 ligaments of the distal limb, or 2 types of lice, or name 3 external parasites, or overo patterns. Now these might be a little bit more challenging horse topics for a beginner, but this is for a state competition, so the questions for this were a little bit more difficult. But you can modify the difficulty of your game to whatever it is that you need to study. Here we have the Outburst Edition. I took the cards that were in the game and measured them, and then I cut up some other cards and I just printed them out. I used topics that we needed to study, directional terms and diseases and vitamins and anatomy. And then I divided our teams into 2 so that one team was looking at this card and the other team was shouting out ideas that they thought they could find on the card. But this can be played with 2 people. And it can be played all by yourself too, just to help reinforce vocabulary for a game, or you can think of probably other ways to modify this game. This game back here is just an example of a board that you travel around, kind of a fun board, so I thought I'd show that to you. Over here, you may have looked at home, but any board game, like I said, that has spaces on it would work. And in this game, I replaced the cards with some more subject matter that we needed to learn, and I replaced the game pieces. So you see that they are horse related now because we were studying horse things. And this is cards about bacteria and nutrition and all kinds of things. Sometimes your game board has different colored squares that you land on. For example, these are horse wise cards. These I didn't make, they just came with the game. If you land on a blue square, you answer the blue question, or the pink square, you answer the pink question. So this is another example of a way that you can modify a board game. You would write questions. For blue would be a certain topic, and pink would be a certain topic, and yellow would be another one. Along those lines, I made some dice that you can just roll. The team rolls 1 or 2 dice. And then when the questions were written on paper, and so if they landed on management, psychology, and training, I would ask a question out of there. Here we have memory cards, and you know how those work. You turn one over, and then you try to find its match. So for this, I used some Latin and Greek terms, and you tried to find the two that match together. I think we have here. Nope, that's not going to match. Let's see. Does this one match? No, that doesn't match. How about this one? Yes, so there you go. We have a match. Bio is Latin prefix for life. So we'll put those two together. You can make any number of games with this matching memory. And then another real fun thing to do is to use bananagrams or Scrabble tiles to spell things out, to make crossword puzzles, to just spell words. They don't have to connect. And again, you can use any topic that you like. One last thing I wanted to mention, although I don't really have a board for this, I really made a crude board right here of Jeopardy. It's another thing that's very popular to play with your friends. So you would think of questions, and question number 100 would be a pretty easy question, and question number 500 would be a more challenging question, and you pick the categories that you want to study. And this is something you could do on Zoom with your friends too, because you can all talk together while you answer questions together.
Well, I hope that that gave you a little bit of inspiration or some ideas to help inspire there. And we can't wait to see what you come up with. So after you've come up with something, submit your idea so we can see it. You can do that by taking a picture of what you created, or you could write a description explaining what you did. And then there's some challenge questions each week. Those will be on the next slide. I'll show them to you. They're pretty simple questions. We'd like you to submit those with your ideas, and then just email it to us. The email that we're using for this is for Ashley Hall, and her email's right there. And these are the challenge questions. So we just need your name and your 4-H club. What we'd really like to know though is, what did you like about this challenge, and maybe what part did you think wasn't as much fun or was challenging? And what did you learn? Those are awesome questions to ask whenever we're learning something. As promised, if you missed week 1 or week 2, You can visit Extension WSU EDU. The Snohomish 4-H Weekly Challenge is on there. Week 1, we did a Lego challenge. Week 2, we did a photo challenge. This week is a game challenge, so it's not too late. You can still participate in those, and we sure hope that you do. I hope you're having fun, staying home, staying healthy, and enjoying these weekly challenges. And we will see you back again next week.